Izmir City, Turkey's third largest city and a balcony to the vast Aegean Sea. It is a center of business and tourism. With so much to offer, one can almost complete the Turkiye experience without even leaving town. Ancient cities, museums, bustling markets, and beaches spanning miles. As a destination, Izmir delivers. Upon touchdown on a morning flight from Istanbul, we head to the Agora market for our first local culinary experience. But in Turkey, the first meal of the day experience is on an entirely higher, heavier plane, making the continental breakfast you're used to seem like a tiny snack. Isa, a restaurant in the old quarter deep in the Cappadocia market, lays out a Bosnian Ottoman-inspired spread. The portions can be generous as this is, after all, a buffet. The star of breakfast, the borek, a pastry filled with meat, cheese, or vegetables. Did I mention meat? They have those too. Try ordering goulash and lamb stew, just some of the dishes that catapulted this eclectic restaurant to the Michelin roster. On the heels of a loaded morning feast is the craving for a caffeine fix. Turkish coffee, no less.
So now we're having a taste of Turkish coffee. And the best way to do that is to go right in the heart of the market where Turkish coffee is at its purest and most authentic.
First, you measure with the cold water. Put the cold water in the cup and put it in the pan. And 1.5 or 2 small spoons coffee, grinded coffee into the cold water. If you like sugar, you can add sugar. If you don't like sugar, just put on the slow fire. Mix at first, leave it slowly. You're gonna see the foams. First, you need to take the foams into the cup because the real Turkish coffee, nice Turkish coffee, has to do with the foam. Okay, so you can take the foam with spoon or you can pour it a little bit, and then after put the pot again on the fire. When you see boiling in a few seconds, just slowly pour in your cup, and the Turkish coffee is ready.
The thing with Turkish coffee is that you have to tell them if you want it with sugar, without sugar, or less sugar, because you cannot anymore alter the taste of coffee once it's done.
There you go.
Authentic Turkish coffee.
The Agora and the surrounding Kemeralty market are places that locals go to for great finds, from jewelry, clothes, spices and oils, handicraft, and of course, Turkish street food. As one of the oldest markets in the country, the combination of dining, shopping, and culture is sheer delight. At the heart of Izmir is the Art and Culture Museum. Now, before even checking out the physical historical sites all around Turkey, this museum is a first stop, offering insights on early civilizations here. Turkey History 101, if you will. Traveling an hour from Izmir city, we reach a coastal region with picturesque historical treats and natural beauty. The conical roofs of Alaçatı's windmills stand proudly on 19-degree mornings amid clear blue skies. Now, this would have been a busy day in the 1800s when these windmills were grinding wheat to the hilt. But with the more efficient grain processing methods today, the Alaçatı windmills are relieved of their menial wheat grinding duties and given a new mission: to look pretty. The structures have been reinforced and painted over so they can be town ambassadors, proudly welcoming visitors to Alaçatı's idyllic hills and the charming cobblestone town below. The windmills are powered by sea breeze from the Aegean coast nearby, where the district of Çeşme lies. A stroll along its marina is more than just a breath of fresh air. Seafood restaurants and cafes dot the boardwalk, where Turkish wine and the freshest catch from the Aegean Sea are on offer. There's a bit of water sports action if you're up to it. If not, you can simply absorb the town's laid-back vibe and its enchanting seascape.
I'm at the boardwalk here in Çeşme in Alaçatı. And of course, this is the Aegean Sea. And if you look beyond that, those islands there, that's already Kiosk, which is part of Greece.
Across the marina is a 500-year-old fortress jealously guarding a castle. Before it became the museum that it is today, the castle, with its thick walls and its ground lined with cannons, defended the coast from attacks during the Venetian and Ottoman wars. Now, speaking of Ottoman, Alachata's old town is the perfect place to explore with its well-preserved stone houses, typical Ottoman-era architecture. Narrow roads wind into homes, charming cafes, and quaint shops. One can easily get lost quite willingly in a maze of eye candy, depicting traditional Turkish life, local art, handicraft, pop culture, and food. Lots of food. Even the dogs here can disarm you with their charm. The petting sprees, constant causes of delay for tourists in a hurry. But rushing through Alachata is such a bad idea in the first place, as there isn't always enough time to explore this delightful enclave. This old town has everything worth seeing, tasting, experiencing, and snapping a photo of. So, take your sweet time. Just as charming as Izmir's coastlines are its valleys, where a hidden gem deep between the hills awaits. The lush greenery of the Uzbas Arboretum is tucked in a clearing like a well-kept secret, where prospects of communing with nature in a botanical garden has been drawing visitors. This tree museum is a haven for plant lovers, organic food enthusiasts, or anyone who wishes to spend a quiet and easy day on verdant grounds. Spanning 2,000 acres, the gardens host an impressive collection of palm trees, a variety of foliage from the Mediterranean and the tropics, and rows upon rows of undying olive trees. Processes at the Uzbas Arboretum promote environment conservation, healthy living, and chill time with Mother Nature. Olive oil is life in Turkiye. Well, actually for most of the 22 countries around the Mediterranean. People from these parts put olive oil in almost everything. Olive oil consumption here is even older than some civilizations. Just how old? Try 3000 BC, when the first olive oil production materials were discovered. Dug up from the ground are some of the crudest implements used to extract and store olive oil. The transition from traditional to modern methods of olive oil production and transport is a journey told well by the Costem Olive Oil Museum. It promotes the olive oil industry in Turkey and offers delectable tasting sessions to complete that experience. High-grade olive oil is prized for its taste, aroma, and nutritional benefits, elevating culinary experiences in homes and restaurants across the globe. We spent late afternoon in an art district called Urla, the bohemian quarter of Izmir. The first thing that caught my eye were street art. Urla's walls are a free and open canvas for self-expression. Urla draws you into its alleys and corners where local artists and artisans churn up captivating conversation pieces, crafts, and artwork for sale or for show. If you're not a serious art collector, Urla is still worth a stroll. If you're hunting for more than just your usual fridge magnets, caps, and shirts, you can level up your souvenir shopping with something artsy and one of a kind. Our last stop is Antalya, a city on the Mediterranean. Antalya is home to Hadrian's Gate from 130 BC, built to honor the Roman Emperor Hadrian when he visited the city. The Corinthian marble columns and gates are the most photographed landmarks of the Kalaichi district, which is also home to the fluted mosque. Still, Antalya's biggest allure is the Mediterranean Sea itself. From the city's higher ground, the Turkish Riviera. I chose the Mediterranean to be my parting shot. Of all the bodies of water in the world, the Mediterranean is the sea that is most written about. These forever blue waters are a silent witness to adventures and conquests, the births and deaths of civilizations, and the rule of the mighty gods, both biblical and mythical. For centuries, multitudes have admired and revered the Mediterranean Sea. Today I become one of them.